everybody and welcome back to another video. My name is Melanie Josephine and today I would like to share my love for my different journals. I just realized that I can't show you my journals because they're holding my camera. And yeah, so unfortunately I'm just gonna tell you what they are, and if I don't forget I'm also going to write them down in the information box. But yes, let's start with the Q&A day, because that is the one that I first discovered about 3 years ago. I went to France on a little holiday and I visited a friend of mine, and she said to me in the evening, oh, I need to fill in my diary. And when I saw it I was like, what kind of diary is this? And so she explained to me that Q&A day, it obviously stands for question and answers a day. In this book it is a 5-year journal and it has 365 questions, and so basically that means for each of the 5 years, every single day you get a question. The question obviously repeat themselves starting the second year, but I mean you are not going to remember 365 questions. So the interesting thing about this book, especially when you start the second year, and then I'm now in my 3rd year, it's very interesting to see your journey, to look back at your answers and to think about where was I 1 year ago, 2 years ago, in terms of your life, emotionally, mentally, career-wise, physically. It's just interesting to see where you were and how those circumstances influence your answer, because most of the time your answers will be different each year. I mean, it's very natural, but some questions I thought my answers would not be different, and it is just so interesting. And when I started my 2nd and now my 3rd year, what I'm doing, I put my hand over the answers that I have already written in the previous years. Then I read the question, I write the answer, and only after I've written my answer, this is when I look at the answers from the previous years. And I think it's just so much more fun than a normal diary where you have no questions. You just write, my day was like blah blah blah. I don't know. I just think it's real fun. I always look forward to the end of the day when I get to answer another question, and it's so fun to not know what kind of question it is, and it could really be a very superficial question, a very deep question, a very fun question. It could really be anything. So that's why I think that journal is real fun and I can definitely recommend it. Now the second journal I have only started this year in January, so it's been a while now. I feel like time really flies. So it's called One Line a Day. You may have heard of it. And basically it is also a 5-year journal, and every day you have a couple of lines where you can write about your day. And I think at the beginning of the book it says, what memories would you like to keep of each day? So when I get to the end of the day, I always ask myself, what do I want to remember of this day? Obviously there's so many things that happen and that you do in one day, but what are the things that you would like to remember of this day? And I really like this, because at the end of the day it gives me a chance to recap the day, to think about the day. And if I had not, if I didn't have this journal, I wouldn't do this. Before I had this journal, I did not think about what do I want to remember of this day in the future. And I think it's very, very nice, and I can always fill in all the lines, and it's really good fun. What I would like to say is that when it comes to 1 line a day, it really is good if you do it every night. If you miss a day, I mean, it's not a big deal. You can do it the following night or even the one after that. But I feel that if it is any longer than that, you kind of lose momentum. If you leave too much time in between, you're gonna be like, oh, what did I do on that day? I think with 1 line a day, at least I can only speak from my experience, but I feel that a 3-day span is okay. If after 7 days I have to look back on it, that's difficult. So I try to really do that every day, and even when I travel, this is the one that I am taking. I do not always take all my journals because that's a bit much, but I definitely take 1 line a day because that one is the most about momentum. When it comes to Q&A a day, I feel for me a 1 week span is okay. If I go on holiday for a week and I leave Q&A a day here, when I return, it's okay to answer these questions. I usually have my calendar, and then I have a look, okay, what did I do on that day? Was there anything specific? And then I do the questions, and I feel 1 week is okay if you don't have to, like, if you don't have it, or if you didn't have time to do it on each night. Now, the third one that I want to share, I'm really, really excited about because this is my newest edition. I love all my journals, and my newest edition is Q&A Day, a 3-year journal for couples. So I'm doing this one with my boyfriend. Little backstory. So obviously you can see I'm a journal lover, journal and calendar lover, and notebooks, everything that I really, really love, the stationery section. So Q&A day for couples, I actually didn't know about it. I think one day I was like on Amazon, and it was in my suggested items, and I was like, ooh, what's this? I never knew about this. So I looked it up, had a look at the reviews, and the reviews were really good. And so I actually didn't even ask my boyfriend if he wanted to do it. I thought I'd surprise him. I just ordered it, and then one day I said to him, look what I got us. And obviously, maybe it is something you should ask your boyfriend whether he wants to do it or not. Obviously, I would not have pressured my boyfriend into it. I just had a feeling that probably he would be up for it. So I just ordered it, and then when it came, I showed it to him, and I was like, I think this would really be fun. And but if you don't want to do it, please say. So we started writing in it the way we do it. You can obviously do it your own way. We are not living together yet, so we do it so 1 week he has it and 1 week I have it. So every weekend we swap it around. And now it's really sweet. He's really come to enjoy it, even though he's not a big or I don't know, but I would say he's not as much of a journal lover as I am, but he's really come around, and he's really enjoying it as well, because it's just questions that you wouldn't ask every day, and you know, it kind of spices up your relationship in a way. You get to know each other in a different angle. You get to know more about your partner. It encourages more deeper conversation and to connect deeper on a deeper level if you are looking for that. And so yeah, it's really great. I can definitely recommend this journal, and every time it's my turn, I'm really excited. Also, so in the couples journal there is the question, and then there's space for, well, 2 people, because 2 people need to answer the question. And the way we do it, so that we're not so influenced by what the other person wrote, we just use some sticky notes, and we put the sticky notes on top of the answer, and then we fill it in. So to be honest, the first week I said to my boyfriend, you know, for me, you don't really have to put the sticky notes. I'm not tempted. No, I'm not tempted at all to look. I will just put my hand and I'm not tempted. And bam, I was so tempted to look. It was, I mean, I just managed not to, but it was so hard that I said to him, I'm sorry, but next week you have to put the notes as well, because it's just too hard. So now we're both doing it. Every time it's our turn, we put the sticky notes, and that makes it much more easy. And it's also something to really look forward to. So when I get the book, I do not only look forward to me writing in it, I also really look forward to his answers, because obviously I have no idea what he's written all week. So it's super exciting and definitely great. Great thing to do when you're in a relationship. Now the fourth journal is a bit different. I'm not going to talk too much about the fourth journal that I have. I just wanted to mention it really. It's my monthly review journal. I already have a whole video on that. And the monthly review journal is where I review my months, which is kind of what the word already says. But yeah, so every month at the end of the month, I'm reviewing my months, and that's my fourth journal. Yeah, like I said, I'm not gonna go into more detail here, only because I already did a whole video on that. So I really hope you enjoyed today's journal. If you are inspired, get yourself any of these books. This video is not sponsored at all. I just really wanted to share my beautiful experiences with my beautiful journals. So yeah, if you thought any of those appeal to you, get them. They're really fun. And if you enjoyed today's video, give it a thumbs up. And if you would like to see more videos, subscribe to my channel. It's completely free, and I'm really looking forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye! Hi again! One more thing to add. If you want to have an amazing love life and you want to transform your love life, I have written this amazing book, Love Life Simplified. It goes through so many things that are related to love life. I wrote it because I've struggled in my love life in the past, and I want to share my experiences, other people's experiences, and what I've learned. All my research went into this book, and if you are struggling, or even if you're not struggling but you don't know how to have an amazing love life, this is the book for you. And then I would also like to mention my other book, Rock Your Au Pair Year. If you want to be an au pair, or you know anybody who wants to be an au pair, this is your guide, and it will definitely help you to have an amazing au pair time. Okay, that's all I want to say. Bye!